What's up, guys?
What's going on?
It's another HPI review by the friend of our C guys.
That's us.
Now, HPI fanboys, don't be on guard, because we're going to have some good things to say.
And some bad things.
And some bad things.
That's why it's a review.
And that's why it's called an opinion. It's not fact. It's just our opinion. So don't get pissed off, okay? I'll remove the shell while Brandon breaks in with what's left of the technical.
This is loosely based off the Forza chassis, so we basically have an A-scale buggy. Sorry, Jeremy. Underneath there, you can kind of see flat plate chassis. Thank you. This is a long can motor when they're very special proprietary motor mount, so you can't use many other options with the stock equipment. Battery tray sitting over here. It's a high torque metal gear steering servo and their 2.4 gigahertz radio. And this is the Castle Mamba Max Pro knockoff from HPI for a speed controller. It is not waterproof. It runs solid A-arms.
It's not bash proof either.
No, not necessarily. Solid A-arms, solid links. What else? Four cell only.
Yeah, what I can tell you about the technical is, outside of, what Brandon already hasn't told you is, runs beautifully on 4S. Any less than that probably wouldn't have enough juice to really move this behemoth. I mean, I haven't weighed it, but it weighs more than our A-scale Mugen Truggy. I mean, it is like...
It's heavy.
It is mental how heavy this thing is. I mean, come on, HPI.
They got hidden pockets of lead.
It's like they've coated the inside of the A-arms with lead or something like that. But, I thought in terms of... well, let's just jump right into cost and durability. So the cost, I think, was like $650. It was expensive, $599 or $650 or something like that.
Yeah, it's right around $600.
Too much in my opinion for basically a regurgitated A-scale buggy. No, I guess I shouldn't say that. $550 is probably where it should be in my opinion. Normally I would justify that by saying, oh, you need this upgrade and that upgrade, but I don't even know what you upgrade on this thing. Like, I don't know. In terms of durability, it's horrible. I mean, the speed controller, what's left of it, glitched quite often. This power switch is very poorly designed. A simple spot of glue or something connecting it inside of where the fifth tire goes would prevent it, but it ends up flopping around everywhere, and it basically just turned itself on and off on us near the end there, which we're going to have to fix that before we sell it. The weight of the car makes it extremely difficult to have fun with. Fun factor. Let's just go into fun factor, because that's really what I want to talk about. Do you have anything to say? I actually checked that durability outside of this was fine.
Yeah,
it was pretty darn durable. It was.
It's quite heavy. I didn't think it would be durable, but there's really nothing to break on it. Short little arms, short little tires.
And the way the arms are built, they're so solid.
It's built like a tank.
Yeah, it really is. I'd give it a 5 out of 5 on durability, because this electronics oversight, which is classic HPI, would have been an easier fix had I known about it ahead of time. Like Brandon could have, we could have mounted it better.
We would have remounted it, replaced it.
Yeah.
But it just happened right away, and it's like, okay, we're used to this now, I guess.
Right.
These. But
it's just a classic HPI. They don't pay any attention to electronics. And I'm just done caring, because I just know that. They finally got it right when they released the Flux XS as a roller. That's how they should release all their kits. Are you listening, HPI? Stop trying to put electronics in your kits, because you don't care enough to match them right anyway.
But durability for the driveline is
Yeah.
excellent, because it's an A-scale driveline running. It's like a semi-10 scale system on 4S, and so yeah, it was rock solid in that respect.
Yeah, extremely durable. We ran it on two 2S max amps packs, running on whatever. We don't really care. I mean, no loyalty there, just what we had around. The one big thing I want to touch on was the the completely useless weight that this thing has on the front. It is like everything's mounted so well. I don't know where all the weight comes from, but it makes this buggy or what are they called? Desert or I don't know, C1 buggy.
Yeah, that's a buggy.
It makes it completely not fun to drive. You can't jump it because this is what it does every jump you do. All right, do it again. All right, here's a.
I mean, if you're dropping out of a plane as a unguided bomb.
I mean,
would do pretty well.
Going over small ramps, I had to pin the throttle to keep the front end slightly up. To try to, when we were filming this thing, it was like, it weighs too much in the front.
And in general.
Yeah, in general. I mean, I could definitely see scaling this down, maybe keeping the same size actually, and having it be some sort of like more like scale or something like that. Like they've got the scale thing going there at the body.
Yeah.
By the way, the body is a P in the A to take off when you need to get at stuff too, but
it looks cool.
It looks cool, and that cancels it out. Yeah, it does look cool.
It looks much cooler when it's completely covered in mud.
Yeah, you'll see in our running
video.
Running video's coming soon if you're just watching this now. But yeah, we had definitely had some fun with this the second time out. Once we found, I think, some little bit better terrain. But these tires, now I know I'll probably get shredded because people will say, well, that's how they're supposed to be, idiot. But I could definitely see making this buggy better with having some like bigger tires with like better ground clearance. And if you could cut this weight in front, like I know it sounds like a lot, but like in half. Maybe you could replace like some of this aluminum stuff with carbon fiber or even plastic. I mean, at this point, the buggy is completely unfun to drive.
Yeah, it was very tough to find a good spot to drive. It gets beached so often.
Oh yeah, I know, it just gets stuck weight up on. You couldn't like. It was like a lot of times, you know, you can like turn the tires, you know, to like pop out of a spot. This thing is so heavy it could barely move its own weight. Like it just, you know. It's
a very niche thing. So speak to value.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, good job keeping me on track. So value, I would say on this kit, I would rank at a 2 out of 5, because I don't even know where I would spend extra money. I think it's overpriced by about $50 to $75 anyway, which is like 30%. I think it's about 30% too pricey. But I don't even know where I'd spend extra money to make this fun.
Yeah, I agree. When we're out driving it and we're trying to figure this thing out, because we bought it thinking it was a scale buggy, basically with a scale body. It's got such a niche abilities. It's like we found, I think the best thing it ended up handling on was a paved tri-oval.
Oh yeah, this thing was fun on the tri-oval.
And I mean, figure that one out. It was so fun. I mean, we won't go into that. You can check out the video, the running video. You'll see how good it did on there. But it was like, we couldn't believe that was the one thing it was good at. So value, it's tough to put a spot on. It's really niche, so the value, I think, goes down. For $550, $600, all plastic shocks.
Right. Come on, HPI. For $600, you give me plastic shocks?
Plastic tie rods, plastic steering rods.
You can't even adjust, what is that? We were talking about that.
Yeah, these rods here, the tie rods.
The tie rods, you can't adjust them. The shocks, albeit they seem to function actually okay.
Yeah, they're holding up all right. I think it's because they did put a boot on them, but it's like all plastic for $600 and an A scale.
Well, at least the Savage Flux comes with aluminum. You know, it's like, the XS I think is, no, it's not.
No, yeah, that was the limited edition came.
Yeah, we put some power strokes on that thing.
Yeah, it's tough to speak to the value. I'd say out of the box, the value is just a little low for the price. You know, if they would have included that, adjustable links on here, just for durability, not even adjustability necessarily, although it could use it with the weight. Yeah, and then, where'd you put the money at if you wanted to upgrade it to increase the value? It's so tough to speak to.
You could maybe try to get some better shocks on here. I don't even know if there's anything out there that would really plug and play. You could, I'd almost say it's so much weight that if you maybe extend it or raise it, I don't know where to go. I'm going to go ahead and answer the final question, would I buy it again? Absolutely not. Unlike the HP, the Savage Flux HP, where I'm more on the fence, this is an absolute no. And it's echoed by, just go ahead and look at like eBay and even on buyrcstuff.com. People aren't even getting $400 for these when they're trying to sell them.
Yeah,
I mean, nobody wants them.
Yeah. I would have the same answer to that question. I probably wouldn't buy it again because I don't have a purpose for it. It did well. I mean, we didn't have anything that made it stop working. We didn't have
other than the power switch.
Yeah, that was kind of annoying, but it was always something we could keep it going with. We didn't have any breakages that ruined the day, but at the end of the day, it was just like we spent more time trying to figure out what to do with it than just having fun with it. So I wouldn't buy it again.
Yeah, it's you know, the master of, what is it all, like, good
Of
at
all
everything.
trades, yeah.
No, it's like a jack of all trades but master of none. Like,
Yeah.
it has a little bit of coolness on everything. Like, it's cool, very cool looking scale truck, and maybe if you have the right terrain, you know,
I'd
maybe if you
say-
got into, like, you want to make these lights, you know, you can put in real lights in there.
Yeah.
Like, maybe if you had the chassis not be aluminum, I don't know where all the weight's really coming from. It's a lot of big hardware up here.
I'd say the best thing I could speak to is watch a running video, and that will probably show you just how we had fun with it, but we had to find this really specific terrain, and some
Yeah.
of it was just like the paid trial vote was completely unexpected. That might show you like what you need to do to have fun with it. It's not just your average RC car you take out in the grass and go with it.
Yeah, this is not a good first RC for anybody.
No.
It's a great RC, I think, if you have a lot of stuff and you want something a little different. But the big thing for me, and honestly, I'll say, hey, the steering servo is fine, even though it's, you know, probably only 50 ounces or 60 ounces
Maybe
or whatever.
100 something, yeah.
But, like, I can't take this out in my backyard and have fun with it because it's not fun. So I won't buy it again. But HPI is getting closer. I think they should give it another shot, honestly. Try
Yeah.
to get rid of the weight. Or this thing might even be fun in like a mini. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do with it. Honestly, it's just so damn heavy. But that's our Apache C1 Flux review. If you like our videos, hit the subscribe button up there. If you have any questions, comments, or angry messages to post, put them on down below. Shoot on over to our website for more information at rcnightmare.com. And also, we have a brand new marketplace for you to check out. It's called buyrcstuff.com. No final value fees, so check that out. Buy and sell your stuff and support the RC community. So thanks, and we'll see you soon.
Later.